Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now you might remember a couple of weeks back I talked about an upcoming War of the Worlds game mode for Roblox. Now I know there's an awful lot of these Roblox game modes being made all the time, but this one in particular shows great promise because they're going to be adding tons of different things to do, and the developers were kind enough to give me a tour in game of the different features of their mode. Today I'm talking about War of the Worlds Confrontation once again. Before I talk about everything I saw during the tour, I just want to mention that this isn't publicly available yet and there are a lot of things that still need work, so try not to judge this project as though it was a fully finished game, because it's not. Now with that being said, let's begin the tour. Now, the first thing that I noticed once logging into their server was that they've got an actual health, hunger, thirst system. It's not fully finished, but that just gives you, a reason to go looting buildings to gather up supplies, as you're going to need to eat and drink, and if you take damage, you're going to want to search for medical supplies. Now, of course, there are lots of modes that have a hunger and thirst meter, but what makes this mode stand out is not this feature, but actually the map, in my opinion. Now, the tripods are not fully finished yet. They do look a little bit strange, but they're actively being worked on, and they weren't really an important part of this tour, so they didn't really spend a lot of time showing me anything about that. So unfortunately, I can't talk much about the tripods just yet. Now, one of the first things they showed me was an AEF bunker, which looks very small on the outside, but actually is quite a large complex inside. Now, the AEF are a faction within the game mode that you'll be able to spawn, in the bunker and gear up before heading out to face the Martians and any other threats. Speaking of other threats, there is another faction that you will be able to play as called the Zealots. Now, the Zealots are a group of survivors who actually welcome the invaders. Now, if you don't really know why they're doing that, think of those crazy people that danced on that roof in the film Independence Day. Basically them. Now, their role is to basically add a little bit of chaos, and it's up to you on how you do that. You can decide to actively hunt down survivors as another survivor, or you could try and infiltrate and hit them where they least expect it. Personally, I think this is a really fun idea, and it makes the game mode really stand out and just gives you more to do. That's kind of what this whole game mode is good at, really, is giving you plenty of things to do. Many War of the Worlds modes give you very little to do besides killing the Martians, or if you're the Martians, killing the survivors, especially if you're playing as a civilian. In a lot of these modes, quite often when you pick civilian, all you can do is just stand around and get killed. However, in this mode you'll have the option of getting key cards to open doors that could have loot inside. If you use explosives, you can open up the ground and apparently even tunnel your way into bunkers and stuff. Now that's something you could do if you were maybe a zealot, because then you can just blow through a wall and take out loads of people. That sounds really cool. And on top of that, there's Easter eggs throughout the map, which I won't talk about because it does need to be a surprise, and I have been shown them. But these Easter eggs, should you find them, will give you rare unlockables and badges and stuff. So really what I'm saying is this is going to be hopefully one of those modes that has a very long lifespan and keeps people playing for a long period of time, because at the minute most of these War of the Worlds modes I can only play for 20 minutes. So I've already talked a lot about what civilians can do, and I can't really talk about what it's like playing as the Martians, but what I can say is they've got some cool ideas, which I won't go into too much detail about because they're still being worked on, but there will be things like a controllable probe, possibly being able to spawn as individual aliens and have AI aliens. There will be red weed procedurally generated and all that good stuff, and that red weed will eventually die out and fade away, and it will reappear elsewhere, that sort of stuff. I think that's really cool ideas, nice touches and attention to detail. But the military really do get a good arsenal in this mode. There are a bunch of cool weapons and vehicles to use, so definitely military is going to be the most interesting faction to play as. So I did forget to ask the developers how long this mode was going to take before it becomes ready for the public, but they're working quite fast, and there's about 15 or so minds coming together on this project, so it's a big team and I'm sure it won't take too long, but there is still quite a lot of work to be done, so please do be patient. In the meantime, there will be a Discord link if you want to track their development progress for yourself, as well as a Discord link to my server should you want to ask me anything or engage with this community. But that is almost everything for this video. I do have one more thing to tease, and that is that I'm currently working on making a Spreadshirt store. So there will be t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, all that good stuff with different War of the Worlds artwork on them, designed by my artist, and I've got more really cool designs that I need to get finished and put onto these shirts. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some test orders first to test out the quality of the shirts and the designs and make they all look really good, and I'll show them off in a video, and I'll do all that before I launch the store. But I just thought I'd let you know about it because I'm really excited to be putting these designs out there and seeing people wearing them. So I'll let you know when the store launches. Hopefully it won't be too long until it's ready. But that is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give me a like as it helps me a lot with the algorithm, and subscribe if you have not subbed already. We are very close now to 5,000 subs. We're about 100 subs away. So let's see if we can push that just a bit further and maybe even get to it by the end of the week. But if we do, that would be really awesome and I'd really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video. There we go. Oh Christ. They're just... Oh, there's so many. Oh God.
It's just a mess.